All right, it's Tuesday the 26th of August and I'm in my mum's house. It's very eerie. Look what was through the door. I can zoom in there. It's really eerie and really empty. That's where she'd usually be, bless her. Everywhere is just empty. No mama. Just been sorting out the mail, doing her meter readings, making sure everything's okay. And I'm nipping to Sainsbury's because I've had a look on, I've got oil on my scarf. I've had a look on TikTok just through a slow cooker meal because I got bloody weight management today. It's friggin' Tuesday. I usually have weight management on a Monday because it was bank holiday. It's now today, so I want to do a slow cooker meal. So I'm going to do a slow cooker cottage pie because I'm not back till about 7:30. I'm boiling hot and in a mood. I just had to get. Oh, hang on, I've got to get in this car. My dodgy leg. Let me put you on the old tripod. All that shit in the back seat of my car. It's not like me to go around with loads of shite, is it? Stuff I've had off Peggy, stuff out my mother's. Boiling. Anyway, I was going to go and do a big shop, but I've had a look in the cupboards, I've had a look in the fridge. I don't need to do a big shop. No, I don't. I just need the odd few things. Can you get oil out of silk? Bloody thing. Do you know why that's happened? Because I hung it on the inside of my, there as well, front door, and it slammed in the wind and slammed my scarf in it. Not my scarf, my scarf. Anyway, none of the kids wanted to come and help me, so I'm just going to go to Sainsbury's. I said I'd pick them up something. What's going on with the seatbelt? Can tell Warren's been in here. This is my seatbelt, right? It won't come out anymore because I'm a fatty. I've got an extension bit here. The seatbelt will fit me if I force it in, but then I'm literally stuck to the chair and I can't move. If there was an accident and I hit a car or something, I just wouldn't move out my chair. So I got an extension. Yeah, a bit like an aeroplane. We have to have a seatbelt extension. I got one for my car. Anyway, I've been on the phone this morning and I've upgraded Warren's mobile phone because his was due for renewal. I've never bought Jackson and Dexter or Mackenzie a mobile phone for themselves. They've always had upgrades, ones from me and Warren, because I don't believe in spending all that money on them for a phone that they could lose and blah de blah. Well, now Dexter's never even really had a phone. He's had the odd phone, but he doesn't bother with them really, which I'm glad of. He's not into it, but he started getting into it, and now they're in secondary school. They do need a phone to get into their thing for school, the app for school. So when I was upgrading, because usually I would just put a tenner on their phone, but literally that night that they had the tenner put on it, they would be going, they would be like, oh, it's run out, I've used all that tenner, because it would obviously be gobbled up with them going on YouTube and stuff. So I've taken out 2 contracts for them, SIM only ones, because Jackson's having Warren's phone that he's got now, which I think is an iPhone 14. And I bought a brand new Motorola Android phone because I wanted it for doing YouTube, for looking at apps and stuff when I was using my phone to film, and I haven't really used it. So he's having that. So they're both going to have a phone that they can ring, text, do all that jargon. But I have told him any nonsense on these phones and they'll be taken off them. I don't agree with Snapchat. They want Snapchat on their phone. There's always problems when they've got Snapchat on their phone. In school, it's always like, can you check your children's phones? Like a message that goes through the whole school, because there was a bullying situation, and that bugs me. So yeah, I'm not happy with them having Snapchat. And I've also put spend caps on them so they can't run me up a big bill. So yeah, doing that. Yeah, I'm nipping to Sainsbury's. I'm going to get them, I was going to get them a meal deal, but I don't know whether to just let them have a McDonald's. Because it's like 1:15 now, so it'll be gone 2 o'clock by the time I get back. And I've got to go out at 4:30, maybe 4:15. There's a car behind me. He'd just as well jump on my roof. He's that close. He obviously doesn't believe in stopping distances. Anyway, I'm doing well on Grow. I'm back in the zone, and if you're wondering why I've started yawning, I didn't go to bed last night, but that was through my choice. I was doing stuff and I just didn't go to bed. And when Warren went to work this morning, I was so tempted to just think, oh, I'll go up to bed and sleep. But then I hate doing that because it's like a waste of a day. Like Warren will sleep in the day and the weekends and that, and I'm like, it's a waste of a day. Yeah, so I'm going to get some 10 to 10 broccoli if they've got it, and do 10 to 10 broccoli, and then this cottage pie in the slow cooker. It looked nice. It looked like he took the metal pan out and chucked it under the grill. So we were supposed to be going to get school shoes for the kids today. However, neither of them wanted to go out. So yeah. Right, I shall catch up with you in a bit. Right, I've just come out of Sainsbury's. There's daylight robbery in there. Don't know if that's the same with every Sainsbury's. A daylight robbery. I have just paid £9.50 for a kilogram of 5% beef mince. I know food prices are going up, but it's just crazy. Crazy. I needed it for this shepherd's pie tonight, so I bought it. Anyway, I'm really hungry. It's 2:10. Picked up some bananas, so I'm having a banana, some Go Ahead bars. These are 54 calories a slice. And then I picked up that, which is 0 count. So I'm going to have that. The kids haven't eaten, so I said I would go and get them a Big Mac meal. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have a fillet of fish, no chips, just a fillet of fish, which is that many calories. I haven't had anything to eat today, and I'm starving. These are just delicious. Tiny little grapes. I was going to buy grapes, but I'm trying not to buy them because I eat the whole punnet. I just sit in the car with the punnet next to me and I make my way through the whole punnet. So that's portion controlled, doing it that way. I love them. Don't get me wrong, I would love this to be a tray of M&Ms, but if you want results, can't eat like that, can you? That melon, it was a bit not much taste of that melon. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, get them at McDonald's, get myself a fillet fish, and hopefully that will last me then until I'm back from weight management. I'll show you what I picked up in Sainsbury's. I didn't buy a lot, but I bought things I needed, like fenugreek seeds and stuff, because I've got some aubergines that need eating, a couple of aubergines, and I looked on my Thermomix Cookadoo app and I found a recipe for aubergine like chutney, and I had most of the ingredients, so I thought I'd have a go at making that. Not necessarily today, but I thought I would have a go at making it. So I've got a few bits, herbs and that I needed, but the only bit of meat I bought was the mince, because I would have had to have taken a bank loan out to have got all my meat from Sainsbury's. I keep seeing people saying support your local butcher. I might go to the local butchers and actually see if mince from there is cheaper than the supermarket, because I always think our butchers are more expensive, but you never know. Anyway, gonna munch on my fruit. I won't bother showing you my fillet fish, because you know what a fillet fish looks like. That is really, 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 really nice, actually. But you can see why people go for the bad options, because that was like £2.75, I think, where you can buy a bar of chocolate for £1 odd. I'm not sure really enjoying that. Anyway, I better go before anyone with a nervous disposition moans that I'm eating on camera, or they'll be phoning the food police on me. Yes, yeah, I know. Right, catch up with you back in the house to show you what I got from Sainsbury's. Right, I'm back in from Sainsbury's. I inhaled more fillet fish, right? It's quite nice too, because it was freshly made. They made me wait in the park. Not in the park, in the park up. I didn't go to park and play on the swings. Right, what I got in Sainsbury's. These are what I was eating in the car. As you can see, one pack's gone. 54 calories a slice. Love them. Picked up some fresh raspberries, because I will possibly use those meringues I bought in Marks and Spencer's. Beetroot, which should be 0 count. Raspberries are 0 count. I could just take the lid off that and sit and eat it rather than having it with salad. I absolutely love fresh pickled beetroot. I got this Nando's rub because I've seen a slow cooker recipe where you chuck the whole thing in rather than rubbing it on the chicken. Calorie wise, I can't see out these glasses, man. They're all murky. That's not made it any better either. 77 calories per serving. 307 per 100 grams. Oh, serving per pack, 1 serving. Oh, so it's 77 calories for that whole thing. So that would be divided by 5. Philadelphia Light. 44 calories for 30 grams serving. Needed some more Marge. 35 calories for 10 grams of that. I got a net of easy peelers, which are 0 count. I got some rosemary, which is 0 count. I also got raspberry flavoured ones of those. They're still 54 calories per slice. I like the Muti tins of tomatoes, but they're just too expensive at full price, so I got cheaper ones. So these are 0 count. I got 2 of those. And I got 2 of the slightly better ones. So if I'm doing a rest... Oh, you haven't heard that for a while, have you? Huh? Back door's open. Flies come in. Goodbye. And I can see another one going near it. You might hear another crack in a minute. A couple of recipes. I need 2 tins. So rather than using 2 of the same, I would just put like 1 of each in. Block of Lurpak butter. It was on offer. That is going to be high. It is through. Do you know what? I can't read this. These freaking glasses. I need to go to opticians and get my eyes retested. $747 per 100 grams. There's 200 in a pack. That's a whole lot of calories, isn't it? Oh, some lady things you don't want to see. That's tinned tomatoes. Fennel seeds. Bugger. I didn't mean to buy them. Cumin seeds. I meant to buy fenugreek. Is fennel seeds and fenugreek the same? I'll have to Google that. That's annoying. There's just tins of tomatoes in there now. And do you know what? I think I got cumin seeds, but I wasn't sure. So I just picked them up. So I got them. I got some tender stem broccoli to go with our cottage pie later. This is the mince that was £9.50. £9.50. Maybe that's right, but £9.50. Gee whiz. Maybe it's time to become vegetarian. I got malt vinegar for a recipe. I also bought Sainsbury's own BO Buster because Sainsbury's stuff was really, really expensive, like their Shore deodorant and stuff like that. Thai red curry paste, which is 173 for 100 grams. I got some ginger paste. It's like Lucky Dip in this bag. Oh, I need to learn to friggin' read the labels, man. So I bought ginger paste, and then I thought I was buying garlic paste, but I've actually bought garlic and ginger paste. Let's still use it, but for God's sake, Callum. Gherkins, they're 0 count. In sweet vinegar. I could see chilies floating around in there then. I was thinking, oh, for God's sake, I bought the wrong one. I got this rich hoisin sauce, which is 310 per 100 ml. And then I got some ginger spiced pear washing up liquid. I'm going through quite a bit washing up liquid. Well, it smells nice. And why am I going through quite a lot of washing up liquid? Because the dishwasher went in the garage of doom and it's still in there, the new one. And Warren keeps saying, right, let's do the dishwasher. And I'm like, I can't be arsed. So it's another weekend gone by when we haven't got the dishwasher out of the garage. Guarantee will be up on it by the time we get it out. 0 count bananas. I also got these. These are even nicer than the other ones. I love these. Them ones being the favourite. These ones are 71 calories per piece. And there's 2 pieces in 1 pack. So I've got them. I've got some crumpet thins, which are 61 calories for 1. I got some cereal, which has become rather dented in the bag and open. Just got these, kids like these. 152 calories for 100 grams. So I've got them. They're quite nice, just on like fruit and yogurt as well. I got a large fat-free Greek yogurt, which is 0 count. I got some Tropical Twist Vimto, which don't count. Pickled cabbage, which would be 0 count. I also picked up some baking spread for baking. This one is 63 calories for 2 teaspoons. I've already got one of these and haven't used it yet. But Dexter keeps saying he wants to take overnight oats to school. So these were on offer. They look nice on the pictures, especially the chocolate one. The other one I've got is strawberry. So I've now got strawberry chocolate and then this plain one, which is, it's got chia seeds in it. No added sugar. Right, this one doesn't say no added sugar. Can't remember what the strawberry one said, but it's in the kitchen. So this is per 50 grams, 195. And it says you just add milk. So obviously you're going to have to count 125 ml of milk. You're going to have to count that. And then your 50 grams of this. And then, what was that one? 195. That's the same. So they're the same calories. And then it's up to you if you want to use skim milk, whole milk, or whatever. So I thought I'd give them a go. But I bought them really for Dexter for going to school. And then the last 2 things I bought was a little body spray version of the deodorants. I got that. And then the last thing, I've got chorizo sausage in the fridge. So I thought that looked quite nice. This is, what is it? Per 100 grams is sold, 294, and there's 30 grams in there. And all you need is boneless, skinless chicken. It says breast or thighs, diced. 500 grams of potatoes, diced. Olive oil. Don't have to use the olive oil, do you? 75 grams of chorizo. 1 bell pepper. And some cherry tomatoes. And it says delicious served with salad. Also great with pork or lamb and sweet potatoes. Looks nice. So yeah, got that to chuck in the old cupboard. And I'm going to go now and sort the kids out because you'll probably notice I chopped a chunk out of that video just then because they were all fighting, arguing, swearing and murdering each other. Do you know what I mean? They cannot get along towards the end of the holidays. They're all bicker. So I'm going to go and bang their heads together and I'll catch up with you a bit later. I need to get the slow cooker on because I've got to leave in another hour and a half to go to weight management. So I'll see you in a bit. So I'm on my way to weight management. How exciting. Being told how to suck eggs. I know it all, alright? I know it all. It's just putting it into practice. I can tell you all how to diet. Just can't do it myself. Although, since Saturday, going back to grow, I've been a shithole, I'll have you know. Food is cooking nicely in the slow cooker. It's cottage pie. However, I think rather than making it into a cottage pie, I think I'm going to do it as it is. And I'm going to do air fryer potatoes, like roast potatoes, and then the broccoli on the side, rather than mashing potato and putting it on top. I haven't decided yet. I'll see. Don't look at that absolute pile of crap behind me because I've been pulling stuff out and Dexter went in one of the bags and there's like loads of clothes in the back of my car. Look like one of the homeless that sleeping in their car. That's all my stuff. But yeah, so I've got absolutely nothing done today. I nodded off this morning because I didn't go to bed. And that's why you're here, because I didn't go to bed. And I've tried rousing up Dexter and Jackson because we had to go to opticians and then pick up their shoes. No, I said that wrong. Pick up their glasses, go and get their shoes for school. And then Jackson was giving it the old, no, I'm not coming. I'll go on Friday. And I was like, I ain't going on Friday. I'm going out on Friday. So we didn't get actually to go out. Meet my friend on Friday. And so I got tomorrow on Thursday and Friday afternoon. We're always last minute, you know. But so far, dinner tonight is going to be 100% zero count. I tell a lie. It's actually going to have a couple of calories because it's got 2 teaspoons of corn flour in it. I used a rather heaped teaspoon, so I'm going to count 2 teaspoons and then just divide it by 5 because it's serving 5. So it's minimal calories, but it's near enough zero count. So yeah, and I'm sure I'll have a blob of ketchup on the side. I do like a bit of ketchup. Right, I'm going to get to my appointment, sit and edit the rest of my rest of my vlog, which I'm not going to get up in time, it's going to be late, and then go and sort that out and go home. So I'll catch up with you a bit later. Just got in from weight management and nobody's downstairs. The kids are upstairs. Warren's taking himself off to bed. It's 7:45, so I've just put some potatoes on. I'm going to leave the mince in the slow cooker as like a savoury mince. It looks and smells absolutely a banging. So we're going to have that, and I'm making potatoes in the air fryer now. I've just peeled Maris Piper potatoes, sprayed them with Fry Light, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but you know, it's all I've got in at the moment. I need to go Costco, and yeah, 10 to 10 broccoli, I think, the one I bought earlier. I've come back to the oranges open on my easy peelers, so I'm having 2 of these before they all disappear, because by the end of the night they'll all be gone. And yeah, I'm absolutely knackered and I need to go to bed tonight. So I'll catch up with you when dinner is served. I know I said I'd come back to you with dinner, and dinner hasn't come yet. Sorry, I got dirty mind then. Yeah, but one thing next week, they've said we've all got to take a piece of food in, right? Sounds like bloody Slimmer of the Week, doesn't it? For Slimming World, take something for the basket. We've all got to take a piece of food in, right? But not like a packet of biscuits or a whole bar of chocolate. Just a little nibble of food. So I assume they mean like, say, 2 pieces of chocolate or 1 biscuit or something like that. And apparently they're going to teach us how to have a nibble of this, whatever you bring in, and forget about the rest of it. Where you can then like eat a whole packet of biscuits. Some of you are probably thinking, I could never eat a whole packet of biscuits. I can eat a whole packet of biscuits. I could eat a biscuit factory in one night. I am the type of person that will open a packet of hobnobs and I will eat the packet. 2 hobnobs? What use are they? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm like, So I'm thinking, what can I take in? What can I take in? So I'll have a think about that. And, yeah, I shall let you know. But I will see you back for dinner now. All right. Didn't go to plan tonight. I say tonight, last night, because it's 1:05 in the morning. I made the cottage pie mix in the slow cooker. And I served it with broccoli and potatoes. But I didn't have any because I went to see my friend and I didn't come home till late. So I was just like past it. Didn't fancy it because it was too late. So I ended up having one of these just before midnight. 71 calories a slice. And I had some grapes and a banana. So that's all I've had. I've used 749 calories of my 1,000. And yeah, I've been on plan. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm not eating, well, I am eating, obviously. Just got to look at me to say I'm eating. I'm not eating all the shit I like to eat. I'm trying to not eat the shit. I was having a meringue with raspberries tonight. But because I didn't have for dinner, then I thought, I'm not having pudding. And I didn't want to just eat that. So I've just cooked some potatoes. Yeah. At 1:00 in the morning. I didn't go to bed last night, so I've got to go to bed now. Well, I haven't got to go to bed now, but I want to go to bed now. Warren's getting up in, like, when is it? 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. So he's spending quite a lot in work on his food because he's doing Weight Watchers. He's buying fancy salads and stuff. So I've cooked some potato and I'm just going to chuck together a ham salad for him. I've got tomato, cucumber, lettuce, beetroot. I think I've got radishes. And then I'll weigh some mayonnaise for him. And yeah, baby potatoes, I just bunged them in the air fryer earlier. And that's it. I haven't got a clue what I'm making for dinner now, tonight. because it's like gone 1 o'clock. I did save some of the mince because I thought I'm not using a massive thing of mince in the slow cooker on one meal. There's just under half of it left, so I will possibly just do something easy tomorrow, like spag bowl. I'm not going out tomorrow. I will nip and see my mother at some point because I'm tending to go every other day because the whole point of her being away is so I get a break. She's not going to be coming home because, well, I think social services think she's coming home, but she's not coming home because I'm not going to accept her back home. It sounds an awful thing, but she's not safe in the house. She's just not safe. She just can't come back home. And I can't mentally or physically deal with her 24/7 either, because, you know, I've just come to an end of my tether, not with my mother, but with the situation. So yeah, that is a chapter closing on my mother's house. We'll be closing the door one final time sometime soon, which is sad, but got to do these things, haven't you, to pay for your care costs. Don't save up all your life, guys. I've said it before. Do not save all your hard-earned money. Bloody spend it. Go on holiday. But the biggest thing, which I think has changed my mother, is the fact she's with other people. Because although I went down every day, 100 times a day, not quite, but, you know, I was always in, out, in, out, in, out. I'd often go down and she'd be crying, saying that she got no one to talk to and she was lonely. And then I'd feel guilty. And then I'd try and stay down there a bit longer, but it's not the same. I know she's not having proper conversations with people, and it's probably the same repetitive thing they're all saying to each other. Because there's a guy in there, and every single time we go, he says the same thing. It's quite funny. It's the same conversation every day. And there's one lady in there, she's hysterical. Things that she comes out with. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. Oh, I think I might try and sneak off without Dexter tomorrow to see my mum because he drove her crazy, messing around. But yeah, it's nice to see her smile again. And she's saying a few things that are obviously strange, but she's also saying a lot of stuff that makes sense, which is good. But even if my mother was mentally okay and she didn't have any form of dementia or anything, she still couldn't come home because she's immobile. Her mobility has just gone. I was watching them take her to the toilet and they brought her steady, and they literally, she has to hold on to these bars, try and pull herself up, then they push her up and then put these like paddle bits down for my mum to perch her bum on, and then they like wheel her off and that. She's literally off her feet. So again, if she came home, she couldn't get out of the chair and go to the toilet. She couldn't get out of the chair and make her a coffee. Make herself a coffee. So it's best all round that she has 24-hour care. And a lot of you were commenting, oh, your mother needs 24-hour care. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know she does. And I was doing my best, but you can't just click your fingers and put her in a home. You've got to go through social services. And even if you've got money, you can't just ring up a home and say, oh, can we book her in? There's waiting lists and stuff like that. My sister rang a few today that we'd been recommended and that, and they've all got waiting lists. But they need to know what category my mum is. So we've got to try and find that out. Nothing's easy, you know. But it is what it is. I'll go and get her some goodies and take them in tomorrow. I only take the odd thing in because she just doesn't eat it. Like when we were there, the lady came around and said, do you want a biscuit? So she took one out of the biscuit tin. And when I'd left, she hadn't even eaten a quarter of it. They did say she'd had Black Forest Gatto, but then when my mum wasn't looking, she said we had to spoon feed her. She's, I think her coordination's gone because when I used to watch her have something to eat in the house, she would be like trying to get the food to her mouth and she'd like miss and that. Yeah, sad really. But she's in the best place for her sake and mine, because I honestly think it would have killed me. It would have killed me. It's 1:15 in the morning and I can hear the kids upstairs. But yeah, I'm staying in today because it's now Wednesday. I am going to pop to see my mum, like I said, but I got to stay in to take Warren's new phone. I got a sign for that. What else? I'm trying to think what else I've got to do. I don't know, but Thursday then I'm planning on taking the kids out for shoes, their glasses, last minute stuff. Friday I'm meeting my friend. Then it's the weekend and then they're back to school. Great. Anyway, one of you guys commented last night and asked about my cancer and how my recovery was going. My cancer, if you're new to my channel, I got breast cancer. I haven't got it now. I had it Christmas time. Was it Christmas time? Yeah, just before Christmas, because Christmas delayed things. I found a lump just because I had a bruise. Long story short, the lump was nothing bad, but they found an aggressive grade 3 mass in my left one. So I had the op to have the lump out. Then there was 3 nodes taken out. One of them had cancer in them. So they said you can either hope that the radiation kills whatever's left or you can come back and we'll take all the nodes out. So I went back and had all the nodes out. I thought, shit, I'll best get rid of it. None of the nodes they took out had cancer in them. So it was a pointless operation, but we didn't know. Then I had to have radiotherapy. I didn't need chemotherapy. They said it wouldn't have helped. So radiotherapy. And I thought I got away with radiotherapy because I was feeling bloody marvellous. 2 weeks later, it smacked me in the face. I have never been so burnt. I had to have all these dressings. The skin on my left one is a completely different colour to the right one. My boob is a completely different texture. It's a different feel. It's completely butchered. When I had my operation, it's a big long line because it's a big old boob mine. Big long line and it was perfect. And I thought, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, it's not bad. But now it's healing. It's all screwed up. And it looks like, the way I can describe it is as if you can imagine there was someone inside my boob pulling on a thread and pulling it tight. It's all gathered. I've got a big massive scar right down my armpit and my armpit's hollow. they took an absolutely huge lump of meat out, they said, so my boob is all concaving in. Very attractive, aren't I? And my boob is still full of fluid. And if I'm sitting down, for instance, and not got bra on, I don't really wear bra in the house. But if anything's leaning on it, like say the remote control is leaning in and that, it leaves an imprint in my boob. I get like, how can I explain it? Like a piece of Play-Doh. Like a firm piece of Play-Doh. You can put your finger in it and it will just leave a hole and then it will disperse out. It's full of fluid. My nipple just as well not be there. It's just flat. And it's been left a funny colour. If you looked at my boobs, right, you wouldn't think they belong to the same people. Left one is totally alien. I would rather they cut it off. They're not going to cut it off because technically there's nothing wrong with it now. But I wish they'd cut it off in the first place because it's nasty. But my recovery, would you say I'm still in recovery because my boob's not right? I didn't have the opportunity to recover because I was caring for my mother every day. So I'd go for my radiotherapy. I'd go down to my mum before I went to make sure she had her tablets and stuff. The carers literally started, I think it was, the carers only started because I got cancer. We were having difficulty getting hold of carers through social services. And we had to lay on the cancer card and they started. Which I'm grateful for because they did take a little bit of pressure off. And I knew when I was back and forth hospital that my mother had someone popping in. But her mobility back then was quite good. She'd potter around the house, do her cleaning and stuff. But I didn't get a chance to even think about myself. It was just like a robotic. I was just like a robot, back and forth the hospital, have my treatment, go to my mother's, back and forth my mother's all day, then go to bed. But I've lived to tell the tale, you know. I do hope it stays away and doesn't come back because you hear lots of people that get secondary breast cancer. I know somebody who's just got it back after getting rid of it for 10 years and it's decided to come back. But yeah. Oh, my vlog's turned a bit morbid now, haven't it? And it's 25+1. So I'm going to go. But basically, my recovery is... Now, how long do you recover for? It will be... What are we now? We're going into September, October, November. So it's been about 10 months since I found out. Just think if I hadn't gone, because I was this close to not going because I hate the frigging doctors. And I thought, oh, shall I go? Shall I leave it? Shall I go? Shall I leave it? And something made me think, no, ring. Oh, can you come down straight away? And I was like, hell, yeah, I come down. But can't fault the doctors for that. And the biggest thing, right, with having breast cancer, every single thing through my life when I've been obese, my weight has always been at the start of every conversation. Oh, well, you know, it's because you're big, or we can't do this operation because you're that. You can't have your knees done because you're overweight. My weight has never been an issue. I said to the surgeon, I said, nobody's mentioned my weight. And she said, yeah, we don't care. She said, with cancer patients, they don't care. They just treat you and put you right, whatever size you are, which is nice. Because if I go to the doctor with a pimple on my ass, it's because I'm too fat. But I've never been to the doctor for a pimple in my ass, but on my ass. But you know what I mean? Every single thing I go to doctors for, it's always weight. Weight comes into it. So yeah, right, I'm going to make his bloody salad now. Give these kids a kick up the arse because they need to start getting back into the routine of going to bed for school. And do you hear that? That's my 18-year-old. I'm surprised Warren hasn't woken up and kicked off. Oh, they're coming down now. Are they coming down or have they shut the door? I don't know, but I'm going anyway. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. And I'll see you on the next one tomorrow, but it's really today. Oh, don't forget, like my video and subscribe and all.